Rescue, Restore, and Protection has become a slogan used as the main theme for the celebration of the 43rd Victories Day. Prime Minister Hun Sen has stated those three words choices as a main theme for this year is not a coincidence, as the best candidate has always received the support from the Cambodian People's Party as a candidate for the position of Prime Minister following the three words with caring and dedication. The Prime Minister also said in 22 of October 2020, the CPP is a party that includes both happiness and sorrow. As stated by Samdech Techo's remarks, contributions to the country's current development is clearly demonstrated through the many achievements of infrastructure construction, including bridges, roads, and public administration buildings throughout the country. The Premier stated that such actions have made it clear that no matter how hard the national and international situation is, the CPP remains the only party that always stays by people's side at all times. The Cambodian People's Party was formed on June 28, 1951, under the original name Khmer Revolutionary People's Party, which originated from the patriotic and populist resistance movement against French colonization for national independence. The CPP has always adhered to follow interests of the people, overcoming all obstacles and daring to make all kinds of sacrifices to build a country full of independence, peace, freedom, neutrality, democracy, and progress. For 17 years, from 1953 to 1970, Cambodia faced a war waged by the Khmer Republic and foreign invaders. Later on, the coup of the Khmer Republic on March 18, 1970 ignited the flames of war and killed more than 500,000 Cambodians. On April 17, 1975, the Cambodian people who hoped to live in peace had their dreams completely shattered because Pol Pot established a democratic Kampuchea regime and pursued a genocide policy that turned Cambodia into a killing field. In 3 years, 8 months, and 20 days, the nation's structure was completely destroyed and 3.3 million people were unjustly killed. Samdech Techo Hun Sen used to write in his book The Unbreakable Couple, June 20, 1977 was the most difficult day for me, which is the day I started to invest my life to lead a movement to rescue people's life. It was the time that Samdech Techo Hun Sen fled to Vietnam to seek support for the national liberation fight. In the documentary video, The Road to National Salvation, Samdech Techo Hun Sen said, "This is the most difficult time. How do I decide? To be sent back by Vietnam and have to go? Because I have a reason. Vietnam does not embrace Cambodia, which is suffering, and I think everywhere I cannot excuse the death. Then we go, even with only a 0.1% hope, I still decided to do this as a second option. But we must not forget there are still third and fourth options. What are the options? All death options are to do nothing and let Pol Pot keep killing innocents. The fourth option is to commit suicide. I left this option to do it in last case in Vietnam. I kept 12 needles in my pocket that were ready to hit into my throat in case Vietnam sent me back." On May 12, 1978, the Cambodian National Rescue Armed Forces, the first organized military unit, was formed. Under the leadership of Samdech Heng Samran and Samdech Chea Sim, the existing resistance movement in Kokong, the northeast regions, the army, and the people throughout the eastern zone have rose up against the Pol Pot regime on 25 May 1978. The Cambodian National Salvation United Front, the only political organization of the Cambodian people, was established on December 2, 1978 to lead the resistance movement to overthrow the genocidal regime of Pol Pot. Later, this movement led to the overthrow of the genocidal regime on January 7, 1979. The Prime Minister of the Kingdom of Cambodia stated on December 29, 2021, "I have never had any belief that the war can end the war, but what I believe is the war was settled through peaceful negotiations and we finally got it. Although the Paris Agreement was not fully insufficiently implemented, it was the basis for the four sides to remain too. We used the win-win politics to bring completely peace. It has been 23 years since Cambodia achieved national unity, independence, and an end to the war. A country with one territory after more than 500 years of separation. However, while walking through unity and independence, there are still some countries trying to occupy into their political geography through other accusations and sections that have existed in the past. This event is a historical day that closes a dark era of Cambodia and leads to the opening of a new era of independence, freedom, democracy, and social progress.